This video records a walk through the Grand Canyon Village Historic District. It's an easy half-mile walk that Google Maps says takes 13 minutes, but could take hours depending on how much time you spend at each stop and if you sample the wares at the 2 bars along the way. The first stop is a detour off the Rim Trail and onto Bright Angel Trail for about 3 minutes through the first tunnel to view an area known as Mallery's Grotto, which has native pictographs as old as 4,000 years. This provides some context. There were people living here for thousands of years before development began at the Grand Canyon Village. They had buildings too. The original Bright Angel Trail was created by native people walking to their farm sites at Havasupai Garden. The historic village we will visit today represents the western development of Grand Canyon for the purposes of tourism. We're going to start our short hike of the village here at what's called Mallery's Grotto, Native American pictographs as far as 4,000 years BCE, and some graffiti as late as 1950. Interesting thing to see. Most people don't notice it. Moving east from Mallery's Grotto is Kolb Studio. Notably, the first western use of Grand Canyon was for mining, and Bright Angel Trail was expanded to accommodate the purposes of miners. But mining was a bust while tourism developed. Initially, a gate was installed at the head of Bright Angel Trail, and tourists were charged $1, about $35 in today's money, to ride mules down into the canyon. The arrival of the railroad to Grand Canyon in 1901 brought about a boom in visitation and building and created the historic village we will tour today. The Kolb brothers built a successful business photographing both the canyon and the tourists, and expanded their studio multiple times to house their family and to eventually show motion pictures of the canyon. The auditorium, located in the back of the studio, formerly housed an art gallery and today has a small museum of Grand Canyon history. Please note that all of these buildings are open to the public, including the hotels. Please make yourself at home viewing these historic structures. Proceeding east on the Rim Trail, Bright Angel cabins are on your right, and the impressive rock structure on your left is Lookout Studio, opened in 1914 and designed by famed female architect Mary Coulter, an employee of the Fred Harvey Company that developed most of the buildings here. Coulter, a woman ahead of her time, incorporated natural materials and native designs into her buildings, all of which have a bit of a Disneyland vibe because they were designed to serve tourists and sell curios and services. Lookout Studio still sells curios, but walk through the store to the various decks to see spectacular views of the canyon and the rim walk that you will be taking today. The next building is the oldest surviving western building at Grand Canyon, Bucky O'Neill's cabin, built in 1895. Initially a miner in the area, O'Neill later attached a tent and built the ramshackle first Bright Angel Lodge, which improved in time and was later demolished to build the current Bright Angel Lodge. His cabin is now incorporated as a Bright Angel Lodge room, available for $829 a night plus tax. O'Neill helped form the railway that leads to Grand Canyon and joined Teddy Roosevelt's Rough Riders, dying in battle at age 38. O'Neill Butte on South Kaibab Trail is also named after him. The newest building we'll visit today, Bright Angel Lodge, was built in 1935 as a less expensive alternative to the El Tovar Hotel, which we'll see up the trail. Designed by Mary Coulter, it looks much the same today as it did in 1935. It boasts a restaurant, bar, gift shop, and a small museum with information about Coulter and the Fred Harvey Company. In what was once the ladies' lounge, it has a fireplace made of the rocks found in Grand Canyon in the order in which they appear from top to bottom. Like all of the buildings on this walking tour, it's free and open to the public, so drop in and take a look. Along the walk, there's this wall built in 1935 by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and cleverly placed here is the heart-shaped stone, just shy of reaching El Tovar Hotel, built in 1905. El Tovar was built in 1905 and imagined to resemble a European hunting lodge. To me, it looks like something from a Harry Potter movie. Although designed by architect Charles Whittlesey, Mary Coulter designed the interior furnishings. El Tovar has a gift shop, bar, and restaurant. Up the stairs from the lobby is the former ladies' lounge, a nice place to take a break. And down the stairs from the lobby are some nice restrooms in a more traditional and comfortable style than those recently built on the Rim Walk. After a quick walk through El Tovar, you can visit Hopi House, designed by Mary Jane Coulter in her Disneyland style to represent, in a way, the Pueblo dwellings of the Southwest, but in actuality, a shop for selling the native arts and crafts for the Fred Harvey Company, built as a store. Built in 1905, Hopi House continues to sell native arts and crafts till this day. Take a walk through. And next to last is the Verkamp's building. Once again, it was built in 1906 to house a family that sold Native American arts and crafts to Grand Canyon visitors. It operated as a family business until 2008 and now serves as a visitor center with a small display about the history of the Grand Canyon Village. It's well worth a walk through. The final stop on the tour of the historic village is a kiosk, echoing the rock fireplace in Bright Angel Lodge, but more colorfully displaying the rocks found in order in the Grand Canyon. It's a part of the Trail of Time that starts 1.3 miles east at Yavapai Geology Museum and ends on the Rim Trail another 1.5 miles west. That's the end of the walk. This could take 13 minutes without stops, but with a curious mind and a bit of a thirst or appetite, it could take a full afternoon. I hope you enjoy your visit to Grand Canyon, and thank you for watching.